The first time I test rode the Xpulse 210, I immediately got a feeling that Hero had created something special here. And that crunchy exhaust note made the first impression that much sweeter. This bike for me was a way to finally go off the beaten path with something that was actually built to handle it, unlike my 390 Duke, which struggled every time the roads got really bad. But what I didn't expect was just how much more it would keep surprising me even after buying it. Welcome everyone to my long-term ownership review. Small engine, low power on paper, I wasn't expecting much from the Xpulse 210 on road. But once I started hustling it, everything changed. With the throttle wide open, the tone changes, but the engine doesn't protest. There is a steady yet rapid rise in speed. 80, 90, 100, 110, it just keeps climbing. No vibrations, no stress, none of that gruffness from the old 204V. Just a smooth operator, this new one. And when you get to the twisties, that rigid new semi-dual cradle chassis really shines. It feels planted, predictable. You can actually lean it into the corners with confidence. For a small capacity single-cylinder dual sport, it's shockingly composed. That's when I realized this thing's got way more maturity than I ever gave it credit initially. You know how most single-cylinder non-long-stroke BS6 stock exhausts sound muted and lifeless? Well, not this one. It's got that crunchy dirt bike-like firing, sophisticated but still raw enough to feel alive. Clear individual pulses and with a distinct character when you downshift while blipping the throttle. It's like the crispness talks back to you. People even ask if it's an aftermarket exhaust. It's not. But because it's upswept and so close to your ear, you hear every note perfectly, without it being too obnoxious to everyone else. The sound and the volume is in that rare sweet spot, which makes it fun for the rider, yet peaceful for rest of the world. First time I took it through some nasty slush and broken trails, everything clicked. That suspension that I had liked during the test ride, it was even better in the real world. Plush over potholes and stable on the rough roads. And that 21-inch front wheel, its natural laziness becomes a blessing off-road. It feels like the bike lends you a helping hand, forgives all your mistakes, and asks you to meet it halfway. Hero's tuning for the low-end torque means that you can hold even second gear through tricky sections, and it just crawls over stuff that would make a lot of other bikes in this class stall. And when you stand up on this bike, oh man, the posture is perfect. Straight spine, relaxed arms, centered weight. Better than even the 390 Adventure in my opinion. You feel connected, not towering over the bike, but part of it. You can see the trail, glance at the speedo even without that tall ADV tower, and it all just feels right. It's so natural standing up that I catch myself doing it even in the city. 3 months in, the blue paint still turns heads. People keep asking, wait, is this the 200? They can't quite place it. And I get it. Hero didn't do a great job showing how different this new bike really is. They changed everything. Engine, cooling, frame, power delivery. It's all on another level. But that small 10cc bump on paper doesn't convey the night and day difference between the old bike. Also, it doesn't feel bulky or top heavy like few ADVs do. And despite the taller seat height on paper, the narrow profile makes all the difference. Even a short and relatively lighter guy like me can get one foot down perfectly. One of the biggest surprises though is how calm this thing can be. Unlike my 390 Duke, which constantly tempts you to go faster, like the devil that it is, the Xpulse doesn't push you. It lets you decide the mood. You can just cruise lazily one day and then rip through the twisties the next. It adapts without ever losing its composure. That balance, calm when you want it and alive when you need it, is something very few bikes get right. It's a dual sport that can do city, trails, ghats, highways with equal ease. This is one confident bike. Now, everything's not perfect. My biggest gripe, no tubeless tires, even as a paid option. Hero Motocorp, come on. To make things worse, there's no main stand to make life easier during punctures. The headlight is pathetic. I made a short about that, check it out. Hero is now operating in a space they call Premia, and if they want to actually end up selling premium vehicles from now on, they must work on making their service experience and after-sale service significantly more premium. Another issue is that the throttle is a bit heavy, and that makes a strong case for Hero to add cruise control. Looking at their new 125s, I believe they will soon add it here as well. And yeah, that amazing white color. Why is that only on the base trim? But honestly, these are all really tiny things in the larger picture. 3 months later, I've stopped thinking of this as a budget stepping stone of a dual sport. This feels like a companion, one I take when I want to clear my head, or when the roads get rough, or when I just want to ride without chasing speed. It's smooth, reliable, forgiving, and full of little moments that make you smile. It's not perfect, but it feels right. And that is something you can't put a price on. I absolutely love this bike.